The shadow in the woods. The woods were dark and dense, and the air was filled with the sounds of the night. It was a place where few dared to go, and those who did were usually hunting for something, game, or perhaps something even more elusive. But for the Johnson family, the woods held a different kind of threat, one that would change their lives forever. The Johnson family, a husband, a wife, and their young daughter, were out for a casual afternoon stroll when they made a wrong turn and ended up in the woods. The wife was holding their daughter in her arms, and the husband was leading the way, trying his best to find their way out of the thicket. As they walked, they heard strange noises all around them, as if something were following them. The sounds became louder and louder, and soon they could smell the foul stench of decay. The husband looked around, trying to find the source of the smell, but he couldn't see anything. Suddenly, he felt a hand grab his shoulder, and when he turned around, he saw a shadowy figure standing behind him. The figure had no face and wore a long, black cloak. It was the shadow of something evil, something so terrible that the husband couldn't even comprehend what he was seeing. With a scream, the wife dropped their daughter and ran, but the husband was paralyzed with fear. He could only watch as the shadow dragged his daughter away into the darkness of the woods. The poor girl was never seen again, and the Johnson family was never the same. Ever since that day, they couldn't shake the feeling that the shadow was still out there, waiting for them. Some people claim to have seen it, standing in the woods, watching them from afar, its black cloak swirling around it like a cloud of death. But others insisted that it was just a figment of their imagination, a story told to scare children into staying away from the woods. No one really knew for sure, but the Johnson family knew that the shadow was real, and they knew that it would be back sooner or later to finish what it started.